It's election day. Let's talk about that.
Man Up with Mark. Mark talks about everything under the sun. You may agree with him, and again, you may not.
Yep, it's finally election day. It's here. Yay! In a few hours, we will no longer have to put up with the onslaught of political advertisement. They'll be done with. Yay! We can now get ready to watch holiday advertisements. Yeah. But election is happening today. Hopefully, you voted. Whether you voted early, or whether you voted today, or whether you're going to be voting later today. Hopefully, you all voted. So there are approximately 164 million registered voters. Yeah, I'd be curious to see what the final count is. How many registered voters actually voted, whether it be early or the day of. It will be interesting to find out.
How interesting?
I did do a little research. I keep on hearing everybody talking about we've got to get rid of the Electoral College. That it's archaic. It doesn't make sense for nowadays voting. They want to go to, and who they are, I don't know, people out there want to go to just the popular vote. Well, the whole Electoral College was kind of set up by our founding fathers in a certain way because they knew that as time wore on, certain areas of the United States would be populated heavier than other areas.
Makes perfect sense.
But those states still needed to be represented when voting for the President of the United States. Basically, all states vote on the popular vote system. When you're voting for a candidate in any position, it's the popular vote. Whoever gets the most votes wins. The only difference is when you're voting for the President of the United States. That arena has a little twist.
Twist, 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 mashed potato mambo.
And I know a lot of you out there don't agree with it, but it does make sense. If you think about it, each state is allotted a certain amount of electoral representatives. Higher populated states get more electoral numbers or electoral representatives. The less populated states get less numbers. You know, that's why California has, I don't know, I can't remember the number. Say they get 41 and South Dakota gets 4.
I've actually heard South Dakota's quite scenic.
It's because of the population difference. But the state itself still has the popular vote. Whoever has the most votes for president in that state wins the electoral representatives, wins those electorals. So then they vote for the president. They put in their ballot for the president because their state voted for them. Okay? We're all voting for Presidents X and Y. President X1. Those designated electorals put in their cast, or they cast their vote for that presidential candidate that won the popular vote. So if presidential X won the most votes, well, those electorals are going to put in their vote for President X. And it goes down the line to each state. So even though, I think there's 2 elections over the last 6 elections, if I remember right.
That's right. That's right.
That the president won the election by the electoral votes, not necessarily the popular vote. It's mainly because more people in more states voted for that candidate, which got more electoral votes than the other candidate. Even though the other candidate may have been winning the bigger number of states, the other candidate won all of the other little number of states, and it all added up. Here's an example. I'm going to show you this sheet right here. See that sheet? Okay, all of those yellow marks, see all those little yellow areas? That is 50%, actually over 50% of the nation's population. In those yellow areas, over 50% of the United States lives in those areas. So the rest of the country, the other 49%, are all of the blue. So if you went with the popular vote, hell, just those yellow areas alone would probably win the election for whoever those yellow areas are for. And for whatever reason, I don't know why. I really don't. But those yellow areas, the majority of them, except for Florida here, and maybe Texas down here, the majority have been voting Democrat. Now, why the major populated areas basically vote more Democrat than Republican, I don't know what that reasoning is.
I don't know either!
I'm sure if I Googled it, there'd be all sorts of different answers. But for whatever that reason is, that's why the Electoral College exists. Because take a look. If you really look at it, North Dakota and South Dakota, Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, Iowa, a lot of states wouldn't even be, in the count, really. Yeah, they're voting, but doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how they vote. If they vote with the rest of these yellow areas, well, okay. Yeah, there you go. You're going to be counted with them. But they basically are going to make the say on who's president and who's not. So, is there a way to make the popular vote and the Electoral College better?
No.
Can they be hybrid together? Yeah, some sort of hybrid, intermingling of the two methods.
No.
I don't think so. I don't know. The Electoral College thing kind of works. There really haven't been that many presidential elections where the elected official was elected through the Electoral College, not just the popular vote. Most presidential candidates won both the popular vote and the Electoral College. I think out of all of the presidential elections,
57. 59.
Maybe a handful. Maybe, 4 or 5.
5.
You can look it up. You can comment on that if you'd like. Yeah, comment and let me know your thoughts. Electoral College versus popular vote. Also, let me know if I'm right with the number of presidents that have been elected by electoral votes, not the popular vote. Yeah, let me know there. Send me a comment. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Also, please donate to my Patreon. That's patreon.com/manupwithmark. I also have my website up and running a little bit better. Got a few of my past episodes on there. I've also got a link to my merchandise page where you can go and order something neat from Man Up With Mark. Maybe a t-shirt or an On the Rocks glass or something cool like that. That would be helpful too. So, if you voted, you did your civic duty. If you didn't vote, oh well, you have nothing to complain about. All right, that's it for now. See ya.
If you have a question or comment, email Mark at manupwithmark.com.